America's national parks are all beautiful and special. From the majesty of Yellowstone and its free-roaming bison to the breathtaking dramatic landscapes of Arches National Park in Utah, to the captivating Grand Canyon, one of the world's natural wonders. But only one park can make the claim that it routinely has more visitors than any other. Covering more than 500,000 acres in eastern Tennessee and western North Carolina, the Great Smoky Mountains National Park is a one-day drive from 60% of the nation's population. But the popularity of the Smokies goes far beyond their geographical accessibility. Generations of Americans have made these mountains and the communities which serve as their gateway a vacation destination. The resort town of Gatlinburg used as a home base for many travelers to explore the magic of the mountains and the greater area. If you're planning a first-time trip to the Smokies and all the research on what to do has you a bit overwhelmed, you've come to the right place. I want to help you with recommendations on the best things to do in Gatlinburg and other spots in the Great Smoky Mountains. Pigeon Forge, Sevierville, Townsend, Wares Valley, covering it all and so much more. Straight ahead from my native East Tennessee. It's hard to believe anyone would visit East Tennessee and not set foot in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. Entrance to the park is free. However, starting in March 2023, valid parking tags will be required for any vehicle parking longer than 15 minutes. You can learn more about the Park It Forward program at the park's official website. We have a link at ChadGallivanter.com that will take you directly to the information you need. With more than 800 miles of trails meandering throughout the park, including 71 miles of the Appalachian Trail, the Smokies are widely recognized as one of the top hiking destinations in the East. Scenic drives like the Roaring Fork Motor Nature Trail near Gatlinburg and the 11-mile loop through Cades Cove are excellent ways to experience nature from the comfort of your vehicle, with many visitors often spotting deer and black bears. You won't find another place quite like the Parkway in Gatlinburg. More commonly referred to as the Strip, it's one of the top travel destinations in Tennessee. Just a few city blocks and less than a mile long, shops, restaurants, lodging, and attractions line the street. There are places to sample and purchase moonshine, over-the-top breakfast spots, and pancake houses, along with one of the top aquariums in the nation. A village and donut shop that looks like it came from a Dickens classic, plus candy and fudge shops where everything is made the old-fashioned way. Soaring more than 400 feet above the sidewalk is a relic from the late 1960s. Visitors can take an elevator ride to an observation deck atop the Space Needle for a 360-degree view of the mountains and the city itself. About a 10-minute drive from downtown Gatlinburg is the Great Smoky Arts and Crafts community. This 8-mile loop road is home to the largest independent organization of artisans in the nation. You'll find a collection of quaint cottage studios where you can often see the craftspeople working on the same objects available for purchase in their shops. Several eateries and a few lodging options make this a more genuine alternative to the bright lights and over-commercialization of the Parkway. And not to be missed, at different times during the year, you might be able to catch one of the community's arts and crafts shows at the Gatlinburg Convention Center. More than a dozen structures have been restored and preserved at the Great Smoky Mountains Heritage Center. Visitors can embark on a journey back in time to see how early settlers to the area would have lived in a much different era. Family cabins, barns, a chapel, sawmill, moonshine still, all part of the educational experience. There are also galleries featuring museum-quality artifacts and rooms that house special exhibits. A number of community events are hosted on the property throughout the year. The Heritage Center is open daily with a $10 admission charge for adults. Pigeon Forge got its start in the early 1800s when local businessman Isaac Love built an iron forge along the Little Pigeon River. The historic landmark known as the Old Mill was constructed a few years later, utilized during the Civil War to make uniforms for Union soldiers and even serving for a time as a makeshift hospital. Today, it's one of the most photographed structures of its kind in the nation, still grinding wheat and corn for flour and corn mill. Products made on site are available for purchase inside a general store on the mill's main floor, along with local souvenirs. Shops, eateries, galleries, and other fun local businesses make up Old Mill Village. Everything from browsing in a whimsical bookstore to taking a lesson at the blacksmith shop and hammering out a knife on the anvil to take back home. Old Mill Village can't be missed if you're looking for something authentic to do in the Smokies. Recent renovations have elevated the overall vibe of Dolly Parton's hometown of Sevierville. Anchored by the impressive 1890s courthouse with its statue of the country music superstar on the front lawn, a number of mom-and-pop businesses, including casual and fine dining restaurants, have opened inside historic, century-old buildings. Colorful murals painted on the outside of buildings complement a streetscape makeover designed to look like the early 1900s. One of our favorite places to shop is D Garden by Dustin Manning. Stepping inside this historic building is like stepping into another world. Formerly the town's hardware store, most of the original fixtures remain, including the shelves and sliding ladders. We could easily spend hours in here just taking photos and wishing our place looked like this. If you once thought of downtown Sevierville as a place you passed through to get to Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg, give it a second look. The new downtown Sevierville might really surprise you. The iconic structure known today as the Apple Barn was constructed more than a century ago on a 65-acre farm, and at that time the barn was a place to keep cattle. Today the barn functions as a general store and cider bar, where all types of food and drink products made from apples grown on property can be purchased. We're especially fond of the apple salsa, which we always make sure to take back home with us. A couple of casual restaurants can also be found here, along with a candy shop, creamery, holiday shop, and a winery. A more recent addition is the Apple Barn Cider House, where visitors can sample a variety of hard ciders crafted on site. Sitting on just over 20 acres and boasting dozens of shops, restaurants, attractions, and 2 Margaritaville lodging opportunities, the island is an all-in-one type of place. Visitors can take a ride 200 feet in the air on a giant Ferris wheel to see the area in a whole new way. Housed in a state-of-the-art building with a steampunk theme, Sky Fly Soar America is similar to a ride you might be familiar with at Disney's Epcot in Florida. But here, the journey is 6 minutes long and simulates flying over some of the most beautiful places in the nation. The film, coupled with some special effects, make this a must-do ride the entire family can enjoy. One of the best ways to end a day in Pigeon Forge is to watch the fountain show in the main plaza. Water and lights sync up with hit songs for this popular show that doesn't cost a thing to experience. Covering more than 170 acres on the site formerly occupied by Belts Outlet Mall is the Mountain Mile. A large open green space anchors a collection of shops and restaurants, from outdoor shop REI and a full-service restaurant and distillery with a locomotive theme. Adrenaline junkies can get their fix at the Mountain Monster, a 200-foot tower that contains 3 exciting thrill rides in one. Take a ride to the top of the mountain in the heart of Gatlinburg, where you will find the village of Anakeesta. Walk meandering pathways with flowers and cascading waterfalls till you reach Anakeesta Observation Tower. After climbing more than 80 steps, you're greeted with 360-degree views of the Smokies, and on clear days, you can see as far as Kentucky. Located on the highest point of Anakeesta Mountain, the tower stands 60 feet tall. Kids can burn off some energy at the Treehouse Village adventure, while folks of all ages can appreciate what you see here. This is North America's longest tree-based skywalk. You can walk 800 feet while being suspended 50 to 60 feet in the air. For an additional charge not included with general admission to Anakeesta, visitors can take a ride on a mountain coaster, soar through the forest on a zip line, or go gem mining. A handful of shops and eateries are a good way to slow down the pace at this multifaceted park. That's it, our recommendations for the best things to do in Gatlinburg and the Great Smoky Mountains. What are some of your favorites? Let us know in the comments. We always have links to places mentioned in our videos and other helpful tips on our website, ChadGallivanter.com. You can also sign up for our free newsletter while you're there. As always, thank you for watching. From the island in Pigeon Forge, see you next time.